as more and more companies are moving their production out of the US, it's harder and harder as a consumer to know what are the conditions.
We all want to have cheap clothes and cheap food, and we don't talk about where that comes from.
Every one of these men has a daughter or a sister or a family member that are potential trafficking victims.
That's kind of men's dirty little secret, is that this whole manhood act that we all engage in requires that there's a whole class of people that are kept down, that are less than, that are considered other, and that class is women.
We attract foreign nationals coming through this Pacific Northwest area, and many times we have seen immigrants who are exploited in domestic servitude, meaning domestic household work, in construction, in agriculture, and in the sex industry.
We sit at the nexus of much of the sex trafficking in North America.
I'm working with a girl who's 12 years old. She started when she was 10. She looks like a 12-year-old girl, and guys were picking her up and she was making money, and there is no way in the world that a man could not know that she was underage.
We're taught as boys that we're supposed to initiate sexual activity, we're supposed to have a lot of sex partners, and I think that boys look for that information in the wrong places. From pornography, they're getting it from the mainstream media, from their male friends, and it really gets in the way of them to be able to have truly consensual relationships.
Washington State has a large agricultural industry, and the labor in that agricultural industry are immigrants.
We had a case of a man who had come in from Mexico for a job to work for a carpet laying business. And when he arrived, he learned from his employer that he owed several $1,000s for being smuggled into the United States, and he had to repay that amount through working off that debt.
As we've seen in the current economic situation that we're all facing with 25 million Americans unemployed, people are looking to be able to support their families in less expensive ways. And we have mega giants like Walmart that are basically saying to people, you can keep buying at the same level.
At the end of the day, somebody is being taken advantage of so that we can get our apples for $1.99 a pound at the grocery store.
But the costs are in the supply chain somewhere.
Demand is the problem.
As long as there's that demand, you're going to keep having the issue come generation after generation after generation.
What is the power of an individual?
If we're going to tackle the issue of trafficking, we really need to take a look at a whole continuum of behaviors that are violence against women. And we need to look at our strip clubs, sexist jokes, just everything along that continuum.
When any of God's children are being hurt, then in fact we're all being hurt.
So we got to be able to take a stand in support of humanity.